guys and gals? Never here from Drake Wayne Game, and 70 Mount Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of NeveN, Akhet's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. There we go. Okay. In that case, the only possible culprit would be Khazal, and there is only one of their envoys in the kingdom who can organize something of this magnitude. Tenok, please don't make me laugh. His specialty is organizing parties, not assassinations. Hey, Tenok is not nearly as stupid as you seem to think. As this sentence escapes my lips, I realize that this wasn't necessarily the best way to defend my friend. I'm pretty sure I just accused him of setting this up. I agree with Ellois on this point, Lord Vol. You should stop underestimating him. But I would add that Khazal has no vested interest in this conflict. We've been working towards a lasting alliance with him for years now. So we have no idea what is going on. Eon listens carefully as he runs his hand over his face. I don't intend to stay in the dark for long. We'll double the number of active scouts and search each tree in the forest if necessary. We are bound to find some tracks if someone lives there with trained animals. For now, I recommend caution. There are many factors we don't know about, but that doesn't necessarily mean there are problems. Let's not react too quickly. The rest of the council is going smoothly. I have the opportunity to participate in some discussions about the organization of the festival, to which I give an artistic opinion to from time to time. However, I can feel a weight getting heavier and heavier as the day progresses, and I am unable to say why. I progress, I train, I discuss, but my heart is not in it. It's only when I'm rehearsing with Akhet that the reason for this feeling is made clear. We came within a whisker of going to war, over a single incident. Until this letter came, it was a possibility. And if that ever happened, I would cease to be a bard, and become a weapon. So far, I've mostly seen my training with Vol and Gilliant as ways to defend myself or to learn to use my abilities. But it could become ways to attack someone, to fight in an army. And while I've always known that that was a possibility, this is the first time I've understood how real it can become within the snap of a finger. My gaze falls on Akhet sitting next to me, playing his lute, and my heart squeezes again. On top of everything else, my feelings for him don't help calm me down. I still can't tell if my feelings are directed at him or at what I see in him. The things that remind me of Vigo. Fuck, all these thoughts colliding are giving me a headache. I really need a rest. Once Akhet and I finish our rehearsals, I go back to my room to collapse into my bed. The sun is still shining through my window, but I feel like I'm going to snap if I don't get some sleep. And for once, I'd like to dream. To take my mind off all these thoughts, to dream of... With my eyes closed, I let my fatigue take me away. Oh my. I float for a moment in the middle of nowhere and let myself drift. I must admit that, although it's relaxing, I find it a bit disappointing. That opinion quickly changes, however, when I find myself kneeling on the ground as something wraps itself around my legs, forcing me to stay put. Maybe I should, give this a little skip. Yeah, I think maybe I should skip this. And you save it for the not safe for words. Something sweet. Okay. I close my eyes and let fatigue take me away. I find myself in a bed. Another bed. Wide. Comfortable. And I'm not alone. Someone is behind me, holding me tenderly against him. Who? No one. Just someone. Someone who cares about me. Someone who worries about my well-being. Someone who wants me to be happy. I snuggle up to him and I gently rub my head against his chest, my eyes closed. I'm content to enjoy his presence, and he seems to enjoy it just as much as I do as his arms slowly close around me. I let myself get lost in the sensations, his fur against mine as he slowly caresses my chest. Gradually, his hand carefully moves up my neck, sending shivers down my spine. He eventually strokes my muzzle, his fingers gliding over my fur. I can feel him resting his muzzle on my head, slipping it between my ears as he sighs with relief. His voice sounds soft, almost purring. Hello, sweetheart. V. Before I can say his name, his hand straightens around my muzzle, forcing me to keep it shut. Why is Vigo here? This was supposed to be a sweet moment. I wanted to relax. This is not fair. It's not fucking fair. I'm struggling, trying to get out of his grip to no avail. Shh, come on. Calm down, sweetheart. You know I would never hurt you, and I will always be there for you. I know you're not doing well right now. You have a lot of pressure on you, so I came to help you and support you because I love you. I'm the best lover in the world, after all. That's what you used to say to me, right? Those were the days. You and me against the world, hand in hand, never without each other. The little terrors of Skarna. Then you left. You abandoned me. I groan louder. I want to wake up, but I can't. I'm stuck here with him, with this distorted version of Vigo. That's okay. I'm not mad at you. I know you had to go. How could you stay after all you've done? I also know how you feel about your pretty bird. I freeze as I feel a shiver of fear run through my body. Oh, I'm not jealous. I know what's going on, and so do you. It's not him you're attracted to. Not really. It's just what you see of him, me and him. And is that a proof of your love? You miss me so much that you look for me in other people. And that's normal. After all, we both know that I am the only one who can really love you. I'm the only one who can accept you and all that you've done. My liar. My thief. With horror, I realize what comes next. Don't say it. Please, please, please don't say it. Whoa. My murderer. Tears are running down my cheeks. It's not true. I never wanted... I flail and howl into the pall that silences me, unable to run away or ignore what is happening. A sudden thud resonates, and I find myself alone in my bed in tears. Awake. The noise sounds again, and that's when I recognize that it is someone knocking on my door. Jesus Christ. Ellois, are you all right? Akhet? You were making a lot of noise, and I thought I heard you didn't sound fine. Wait, give me a second. I run my hands over my face and feel my fur soaked with tears. Fuck. I can't let him see me like this. Pull yourself together, damn it, do something. Ellois, I'm worried. Will you let me in, please? The worry is more than noticeable in his voice. Damn it, I can't ignore it. I get up to open the door for him, and there, facing me, is a worried and tired falcon. Thanks. Oh, but Tisso, Ellois, what happened? Is it that bad? Did you cry? What's the problem? Did someone do something? Is it Sven again? No, it's just a bad dream, that's all. You see, there's no need to worry about me. No, Ellois, you look devastated. Really? Do you want to talk about it? For a second, I almost say no to him and leave this nightmare behind. And then Vigo's voice briefly enters my head. My murderer. Yeah, I think I want to talk about it. I open the door to let Akhet through, and we both sit on my bed. Then a silence falls between us. I want to talk. I want to explain things to him, but where to start? You said you had a bad dream. Oh, I've told you a little about Vigo, haven't I? Your old musician? You told me he was your best friend. He was a little more than that. I gently caressed the base of my finger that for a few weeks had worn a ring. We were together, really together, and it ended badly. I said and did things I regret. And now I'm just reliving it all. Oh, Ellois! On top of that, you look so much like him. You really remind me of him, and I don't know. I don't know if what I'm feeling is just because of that or if it's because of who you are. I'm afraid of hurting you, too. I don't want that. I don't want to hurt anyone. And what are you feeling exactly? I'm attracted to you, Akhet. I really like you, but I don't know. I don't know if it's you or Vigo that I see when I look at you. I feel the tears rolling down my cheeks again. Shit, I'm not supposed to act like this, and I'm not a fucking kid anymore. Ellois, can I tell you a story? What? I promise it will help you. I guess you can try. Once upon a time, there was a young Saeed. He was different from the others. He was not strong, nor brave, nor cruel. He was good, and a bit naive. His father eventually chased him away from home. He sent him to a lonely old Wazir, who lived near the border. Wazir was different. He liked the fact that the Saeed was not like the others. He treated him like his own son, whom he had lost long before they met. One day for his birthday, the Wazir received a new slave, an antelope named Sego. He was clearly not like the other slaves. He spoke without asking permission. Sometimes he even allowed himself to answer without being asked to. In a way, he was a lot like you. He annoyed a lot of people, but the Wazir liked him, and the Saeed, I liked him too. I loved him. It was not particularly hard to guess that Akhet is talking about himself, especially knowing his past, but I'm still surprised to hear him acknowledge it. However, I don't dare interrupt him. We stayed together for a year. No one knew about it except the Wazir. I was really happy during that year. But the Wazir had a daughter who hated me, who probably still hates me. She eventually found out about our relationship, and she did the first thing she could to hurt me. Sego was given to a family. I don't know which one. He disappeared almost overnight. I don't know what had become of him. I don't know. I don't even know where he is. The cat is crying now. His voice is trembling slightly, and I don't know how to react. I want to take him into my arms to reassure him, but I don't dare. And then I fled here and met you. At times you remind me so much of Sego that it hurts me. You say things that he would have said to me. You laugh in the same way he did. And when I started to have feelings for you, I think that was the only reason. You reminded me of what I lost. And then I realized that I also loved everything that was unique to you. The way you crinkle your muscle when you don't like what's going on. The way you grumble when a little thing annoys you. The way your ears always give away when your attention is focused. How your whole body and face light up with happiness as soon as you start to sing. He lifts a claw to gently caress my cheek. I love you for who you are. Your resemblance to Sego is what drew me in at first, but that's it. So ask yourself the same question. What do you really like about me? What do I like about him? All I can think of is that I'll think of what he has in common with Vigo. The look he gives me and the way he sometimes loses his words as he hesitates to speak. His love of music as well. And then, I start thinking about other things. The tenderness he has for his lute. The way he hides his beak when he tries to laugh quietly. His attempts to defend me, even against opponents against whom he can do nothing. His courage when he faces Gilliant. I smile despite my tear-stained muzzle, and mimic Akhet's gesture, gently caressing his cheek. I can see him smile as his eyes light up. I'm sorry. I should have told you earlier. I didn't say anything either. I smile at him again, then I bite my lip. I have one more question to ask. You know, I'm dying to kiss you, but I haven't the faintest idea how to do it with your beak. Akhet freezes for a moment, before laughing as he tries to hide his beak behind his talon. I'm sorry. It's just that for once it looks like I have the most experience. I'll show you. He smiles at me and approaches his head. It's a little different, but that's how we used to do it with Sego. He winks, then closes his eyes as he gently rubs his beak against my muzzle. It's not exactly a kiss, but I can't deny that it's sweet. In a way, it's pretty intimate, too. Akhet, you're staying here for the night, right? I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Akhet. Chapter 4. Second, y'all. Festival. Okay. I don't think I've set foot in the temple yet. We're not going to the temple itself, but to the training grounds. We can still visit it afterwards if you want to. Oh, sure. I'd love to see a bit more of the Frostian architecture. I smile at the Falcon as I continue to guide him through the streets of the capital. Vol asked me to take Akhet with me today. I'm not sure why, and he refused to answer me when I asked. That said, I'm not going to complain. The less time I spend one-on-one with that grumpy boar, the better off I'll be. Besides, this is an excellent opportunity for me to get out with Akhet. It's only been 2 days since we've been, well, together, and we're discovering something new about each other all the time. What about myself? In this instance, I found that I love feeling his hand in mine as our fingers intertwine. So they let you walk around without a guard now? Oh, I don't doubt for a second that we're being followed and watched. They're just being discreet. Surely you remember Rowan, the one who intervened in the tavern? Hard to forget. And now I'm able to use my brand. I can defend myself. So I guess that means I'm entitled to a little more freedom. I hope so. I smile at the bird as we approach the training grounds, where I can already see Vol waiting for us. The priest greets us with a brief nod in his usual stern tone. Ellois, Lord Akhet. Lord Vol! Hey, why does he get the Lord and not me? Attitude, young rabbit. He behaves like a noble. You don't. I can see what looks like the shadow of a smile on Vol's face. Is he joking? That almost terrifies me more than if he were in a bad mood. Anyway, let's go. We've got work to do. We follow Vol as he heads for one of the classrooms before Akhet asks him a question. Lord Vol, if I may ask, for what reasons have you requested my presence? I'm going to need your assistance. Really? And why? It's time to try using your brand on something living. Lord Akhet will make a perfect test subject for this purpose. Alright, y'all, I'm going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Trezum Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if you want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!